Hello world, welcome back to Razor RC. Super excited because we picked up a brand new kit. Here it is, the Team Associated T6.2 110 scale electric two-wheel drive stadium truck. Yes, Team Associated still makes stadium trucks. And this is their brand new release, the T6.2. Just picked it up and it's been out for I think a few days. Did not get it quite on launch day, but picked it up pretty soon thereafter. And I have not opened it up, so we're going to take a look at what's inside the box. First off, kind of their newer, plain-looking white box. We'll talk about the new features on the T6.2. So I did have a T6.1 as well as a TLR22 T4.0. I also have a Schumacher Storm, which came out earlier this year. So I kind of am getting back into stadium track. Kind of, skipped on it for the last few months or year or so. Kind of was not as excited about stadium track, but the Storm was really good, and I wanted to check out how the T6.2 performs. So the new stuff on the T6.2. First off, probably the biggest change, they got new gull wing arms and shock towers. They did redesign the hub slightly, so they got kind of the B74.1 two-piece hub design. They changed like the little screws. Instead of like flathead screws, they're using button head screws. They changed the rear hex a little bit. I think it used to be 7 millimeters. Now it is 8.5 millimeters. Started to include a front sway bar, so that's nice to see on stadium trucks. There tends to be a lot of roll. A little front sway bar does help prevent that oversteer condition you get because you got those big front grippy tires, so it's nice to see they include that. Redesigned the shock towers a little bit. I believe the shocks are exactly the same, so nothing really new there, but the shock towers are a little bit shorter because they have the gull wing arms where the shocks sit a little bit lower, so you gotta lower the shock towers to match. Also include a aluminum ESC tray, that's new. Fan mount, just like the B6.2. Two transmissions are included, both the laydown and layback. So in general, you're going to run the laydown on carpet, high traction surfaces, and the layback on a little bit lower end, lower traction type surfaces. Differentials are standard diff height adjustment, ball differential. I did pick up a gear differential because I'm going to be building a carpet car, but yeah. They do include a ball differential. Changed the steering arms a little bit. If you've seen my T6.1 review, I did mention that I felt like it needed that out of the box. Wasn't sure why they did not have the +1 steering arms, but nice to see they included that. I don't believe the chassis has changed at all. Rear camber blocks, C&D blocks, nothing's new there. And the body has been updated slightly. The T6.1 had this really thin body. I think it was a Proline body, or maybe it was J Concepts. I'm not really sure, but it was way too thin. It broke super easily. I mentioned that in my review of the T6.1, and I'm glad to see they are using a regular weight body on the T6.2. So here we are. We're going to open up the box. As you can see, I am breaking the factory seals. 3 seals as usual. Kind of funny, they don't tell you what's actually in the box on the front of the box, so you do need to check the sides to find out what's in the box. Here's a little barcode, made in Taiwan, as with all the Team Associated race kits nowadays. So here's the body. As I mentioned, full weight body, normal thickness. I think it's the same. It doesn't look different to me, but it's been a while since I had a T6.1, so I could be wrong about that. So let's pull stuff out of the box. Pill system as per normal. These are the brand new gull wing arms. These look like probably the rear arms. Oh, I'm sorry, front arms. Front bumper, aluminum ABC. No, these got to be the rear arms. So this must be the rear bumper, C&D blocks, pill system, and then the gull wing arms. They look like they are reversible, symmetrical. So you got 3 different shock positions, 1 hole on this side, 2 holes on that side, kind of an in-between hole, depending on how you want to mount the actual shock position. So yeah, as per usual, Team Associated, you got parts on parts trees. Make sure you got some flush cutters because you will need to use them. Shocks, I don't believe have changed at all. Looks like we got the ball differential, the shock bags, aluminum collars, aluminum shock bodies, plastic shock cups, which are some of the best in the industry. They do have 3 different heights in shock cups. 30 weight oil, looks like just 1 bottle, some grease, and then all your different length shock eyelets as well. Shock springs looks like gray, and I'm not sure what the other springs are. probably gray and white, or gray. That's my guess, gray and green maybe, possibly. Steering has not changed, so these are the front spindles, front steering blocks. The old ones did have a little bit of problem where they're kind of tapered in. These don't look too bad. It looks like maybe they fixed the molds on that. Adjustable caster here on the spindles or the steering blocks. Nice little aluminum inserts. Looks like only one set of inserts, so if you want the really skinny and fat ones, you may need to pick those up separately. The nice beefy ball studs, I think they're 4.8 millimeters. And then it looks like you got the steel axles up front. So this is bag 3. Not too much has changed there. Bag 6 looks like the transmission case. So gear cover, presumably for the lay back transmission. So it should have lay down, lay back. You got the waterfall here. Carbon fiber shock towers. Different diff height adjustments from 0 to 3 millimeters. The aluminum motor plate. The B6.1 style slipper clutch. So I don't think they've updated the slipper clutch at all. So it's the same as the T6.1. The B74.1 they kind of updated a little bit. It's got this really heavy steel slipper screw, I guess you would call it. I picked up a titanium one because I think that thing is way too heavy. I'm going to run this in a 13.5 motor configuration. The idler gear there looks pretty good overall. Not sure if the spur gear will need something different from 13.5. Here's the wing mount. I don't think that has changed. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Here's the wing. You only get one wing. Okay, that's fine. Looks like a little manual supplement. So as per AE standards, they oftentimes have errors in the manual. Looks like the bag from the hardware might be missing from one of the bags. You got to look later from that. So there's probably a supplemental bag for all your different screws that were missing earlier. Here are the side rails, which I believe have the integrated fan mount. They said it's the same side rails as the B6.2. I don't know if that's true. The aluminum 13-gram ESC tray. I also have a steel one I'm going to attempt to run. Looks like the front sway bars, hinge pins. Here's your plastic hinge pin brace. So you may want to upgrade to aluminum or brass or steel if you're running on carpet, which is what I will be doing. Excuse me there. Looks like front carbon fiber shock tower. So once again, lots of parts on parts trees. Make sure you have a set of sharp flush cutters. These are the turnbuckle rod ends. Steel turnbuckles, nothing new there. Your sort of unusual Associated turnbuckle wrench. So this is actually a 1/8 inch turnbuckle. Something you may wonder why none of your metric turnbuckle wrenches work on this. Yeah, it is 1/8 inch, and that's why they give you this funky turnbuckle wrench. So this looks like all the bearings. Looks like the Ackerman bars, bell cranks. So this is your steering system and all your ball studs and ball bearings or bearings. This is your battery tray. Nothing new there. No changes. Serrated steel. Yeah, serrated steel wheel nuts. It looks like low profile style. I'm not a big fan of the Associated battery tray. That's something I wish they would update, but you know it does work. So what can I say? Here's the updated rear hubs, updated rear hexes. So 8.5 millimeter aluminum hexes. Nice to see. Increase in size. So I think the axles are a little bit longer, the hexes are a little bit longer, but the drive shafts are the same. Not much else. So yeah, these are the axles. I think they're thicker, wider. I'm not 100% sure. So it sounds like they probably shortened the arms on the T6.2 as compared to the T6.1, probably for a little more rear end grip. I did not find the T6.1 kit setup to be particularly good. I felt like it needed some improvements, and so hopefully that gives you a little more rear end grip. So here is the stickers, manual, Velcro, and some 3M tape, a antenna tube as well. So yeah, nice to see. So it only comes in one version. pretty much set up for dirt. If you want to run carpet or AstroTurf, you will have to pick up some extra parts. So I actually picked up a gear diff, set of sway bars, because they do make a thicker 1.4 millimeter front sway bar. Picked up some different springs. So that should get me down to a carpet type setup. We'll have to see. Here's the aluminum chassis. I'm guessing 2.5 millimeters in thickness. I don't think there was any change here. Nice aluminum chassis. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what you get in the box on a T6.2. Kind of a minor update. I feel like, you know, 2020 was kind of a light year in terms of changes. The B74.1 was just a mild update on the B74. The B6.2, mild update on the B6.1. T6.2 is a mild update on the T6.1. So they didn't go too crazy. No brand new releases, no massive changes, but some refinements on existing platforms. And hopefully, yeah, this runs pretty well. So hope you enjoyed this video. Definitely hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. Look for more videos soon. I'm going to put this together hopefully over the next week or two. Probably take my time a little bit more. I did have some other kits come in. And yeah, so look for a build review of this soon. Thanks for watching. Take care, everyone.